First year was great. Second year, how? Girl was failing some modules. 1 module, 2 modules, 3 modules. What's happening, girl? Huh? Hello, RealFam. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining. If it's your first time stopping by, thank you so much. And I hope that you're going to enjoy this content and, of course, continue watching. Of course, do the right thing and subscribe. Or do it later. But just make sure you do it. Okay? Alright, so I'm excited about today's video because this is something that is a highlight of my journey on YouTube, and I'm excited about it. So a while back I received a gift from YouTube Black, and this was not just a gift but more like a campaign of storytelling, right? And I thought, you know what, I need to play a role in that as well, because I've had an honor to actually be amongst African creators from all over the world, right, that create a YouTube content, and they're doing amazing. So that was an honor for me, and the kind of conversations we shared there, obviously I was mainly listening because I believe that I'm that student who needs to learn as much as they can. And of course, when I had questions, I would pose them. If they're able to answer, they do it, and right. So there was a point where they requested that each individual come up with a story. Not necessarily come up with it, but the question that was posed was, what is your story, right? I mean, if you have been a part of this and have joined most of the sessions, it's online, by the way. It all happens online. A few days ago, we were attending the Creator 360, which is amazing as well. So it all happens online. So if you wish to join and be a part of this, make sure that you follow, you've subscribed to Google. What am I saying about Google? Make sure that you've subscribed to YouTube Black. Yeah, I think even YouTube, the YouTube channel kind of shares stuff about this. I think, might be wrong, but yeah, YouTube Black, check that out. You'll get all the information. So yeah, I'm digressing anyway. So basically is a question of what's your story, and I found it kind of fits for me to kind of share a bit of my story. And this is obviously a small portion of my story, but I'm hoping that this little portion will mean something, or will kind of speak to someone, speak to you, or someone you know. Who knows, right? That's why it's also important for you to even share this content, so that it can reach to those ears that really needs to hear this. If you are okay, if you kind of know this, right? Anyway, what's my story? You're probably wondering. So as you saw on obviously the title, it's a question of how I overcame failure, right? So first of all, as much as I failed, I am not a failure. As much as I failed once, twice, 3 times, or maybe 4 times, or maybe more, I am not a failure. So that is one thing that carried me through, and it helped me to stay firm, to just make sure that I'm resilient, to make sure that I keep trying my best or doing my best. If I fail, I kind of go back and check, what did I do wrong? How can I fix this? How can I do this better? And I think also what helped me is to be hungry. If there's someone who's hungry, is me. I'm hungry for learning. I'm for knowledge. I'm hungry for success. I'm hungry for greatness. I'm hungry for happiness. I'm hungry for everything good, basically. And that means that I have to put in the work. I have to put in the work towards achieving all of those things, right? If I want to be happy, I'll make sure that I treat others the way I want to be treated. If I want to be successful, I'll have to make sure that I do things that will get me to the level of success. If I want to obviously own this, have this, I need to be in a space where I can be able to, afford all of those things. You get me, right? You get the glimpse of it, right? So just a backstory. The first time I failed was in grade 10, and that was one moment that was not nice. I never thought I would fail ever in my life. And I think you might be here and thinking, you know what? I also was that person who said, I will never fail. I will never ever fail, right? And it's okay. It's okay to have thought that way. It's actually good because you don't want to limit yourself, and you don't want to associate yourself with failure, which is good. But the truth is, things happen. Sometimes you fail on a particular thing, mainly because it's probably not what's meant for you, or maybe it's something that needed you to kind of polish a little bit, or it can be any other reason, right? But the beauty of it is that through that so-called failure, of which as much as we're talking about the word failure, I don't want us to kind of rub it in, if you know what I mean, because if we kind of rub it in, it's as if now failure is like we fail, like, I don't know if I'm making sense, but let me just wrap up this point. So my point is, failure, being in an experience where you are unable to achieve something because you tried it and it didn't work, is a sign of another opportunity waiting, a sign of more clarity of probably where you are, or how your mindset is set up. It could mean many things, right? So fast forward, failing grade 10, I had to repeat. I never thought I would repeat. I even wanted to do a remark, and my brother convinced me to just repeat, and it's fine. I repeated grade 10, and I saw to myself that I will never ever fail. And then fast forward, I went to tertiary, went to university. First year was great. Second year, how? Girl was failing some modules. 1 module, 2 modules, 3 modules. What's happening, girl? Huh? Obviously, some were great, I would pass, but some were just, results come, girl is not performing. And I was like, no ways. And that almost broke me, okay? It almost broke me. But the great thing is that in the back of my head, I knew exactly what I wanted, and I knew exactly where I was going. So I had no intention of giving up. I had no intention of allowing myself to just drown in that situation. So what did I do? I just kept going. I kept pushing. I pursued. I just did whatever that I can to get out of that temporary solution. Because, guys, something that you need to take note of, or maybe let me not say guys in general, let me talk to you. You watching this, let me talk to you. If you find yourself in a situation and think that it's probably the end of the road, sweetheart, brother, sister, it's not the case. Some things are temporary. Some things happen for a season, for a reason, and then after that, it will blow over. And the next step will come. Alright? So never feel like where you are is the end of the road. It's not it. There's a reason why you're going through what you're going through at that very moment. So please bear in mind. So you're probably wondering how this ties in with YouTube Black storytelling and all of that, right? So obviously I'm here, I have a YouTube channel, and my channel at some point started at 0 subscribers, right? And I wanted to tie it in because Guys, I've had my channel from years ago. Like, it's been a long time. If you can just go back to my videos and sort it by what old videos and all that, you will see that my very first video was in 2016 or something like that, in June. And at the time, I really didn't know much about YouTube. I didn't even have interest. Actually, not that I didn't have interest, I didn't know much. As much as I posted the video, that video, I think my thought was, okay, I'm just storing my videos here so that I don't get to lose them. And that was it, right? But nothing major, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing about benefits that could come with YouTube, right? Fast forward later, I think late 2019, that's when I realized that, hey, you know what? YouTube can be a platform where I become a voice to those that are out there that wish to hear inspiration, wish to be empowered and all of that. And I did just that. And obviously as time progressed, I realized that, hey, actually you can benefit on YouTube, meaning you can even make money out of it. And I think for me, the biggest thing was that you get to have more audience, connect with the audience all over the world. You get my point. All over the point. All over the world, which is awesome, which is amazing. You get to also explore so many channels that kind of give you a different perspective, give you, help you think differently and relate differently from, basically that. And obviously, the monetization point of YouTube, the fact that you can get money from YouTube, it's an exciting thing. It's an exciting thing. And listen, whether you get 10 Rand, you get 5 Rand, you get 100 Rand, you get 1,000 Rand, who's gonna just wake up and just give you that money? It's money that you can use for something else. If you constantly work on your content, you can even make more. I mean, there are channels that are worth over, I'm sure even that maybe there are channels that make 1 million. I don't know, but maybe they are, right? I think they are, because there are channels that have over 1 million subscribers, 15 million subscribers, all of that, right? So obviously it's generating money for the channel. So as much as I won't touch a lot on the money aspect, because sis just got her first paycheck, and I mean, it wasn't that much. I'll do another video. I'll tell you, give you a breakdown of how much I got, and so watch out for that video, okay? But yeah, basically, this is what I wanted to share. That as an individual, or as us as people, we need to be open to understanding that failing or failure happens, and it happens to the most of us. But it happening to us does not mean that we are failures. We are not failures. We might have experienced just that pause or that glitch or that, misunderstanding of whatever that you thought you were doing right, and then that's that. So the minute you just realize that, okay, as much as this is happening, I know my why, I know where I am, I know where I want to be. That's it, right? So stay hungry, stay resilient, stay wanting more. And wanting more, I'm not saying be greedy. I'm saying keep wanting more for yourself, wanting greater things for yourself, and wanting to just have the best for yourself, that zeal that you've always had. Let it not die. Always keep the fire burning in terms of what you really want for your life, what you want for yourself. Keep that fire burning. Don't lose hope, because sometimes you come across situations where you're trying something and it doesn't work, and just because it doesn't work, you feel like it's time to just let it go. Sometimes it's not is not the, like, it's not the right thing to do. Sometimes you just need to pause a little bit, relook whatever that you're doing, and try again. Or maybe do something better than what you're doing. So it could be it could mean different things. But nevertheless, thank you so much. And thank you so much to YouTube Black, Boss and Bloom, of course, for this amazing sessions. I mean, they're helping me so much. I love them. I mean, I was attending the Creator 361. Listen, I'm never missing any of them. If I'm able to watch, I'm gonna do it. It's quite helpful, you know, it's quite helpful. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, real fam, please make sure that you give it a like. Please like this video, fam. Like it, comment and tell me, you know, what you took out of this video. And yeah, let's continue to just do amazing. And like I always say, don't forget to make today count. You can make it count by commenting and just sharing your thoughts about this video. You can make it count by sharing this video with someone else who might need it, right? And I don't think I need to emphasize what you need to do. So, you know, right? You know, right? Say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Subscribe.